Ho, ho, ho! Good evening, fellow punters. Mickey D. Witchy on Sunday evening, the 18th of December 2022, 7 days out from the big day. The clock on the wall says 25 past 6. So this time next week, a lot of it will be over in different parts of the world, and it will be over for a lot of the people in Ireland and England as well. What do you think of my new hat? 150. I think it's great value. Could wear it to bed tonight. I seen it in Roscommon town today in a shop, and I thought it'd be at least a fiver. Great value. Anyone should have one. I'm a great old for him. We hadn't made a few pounds today, but we were horrid close to making a lot of money. And as they say, the machines went down. I had a heap of bets on, and I wanted to cash out half them at a good profit. And bet 365, and there was another one down, and it was all riding on Arya, and Arya wasn't at the races today for some reason, but we still made money. Good old Alligator Alley done the business again today. That's the third time. I remember the first time I seen that winning was as a 2-year-old in a listed race in York for Joseph O'Brien in 58 seconds and change. And it needs top of the ground. And I said that there was a few that wanted to throw it off the bus there a few months ago, but they never had the ground on the turf, bar once, when it was unlucky when they couldn't get out. But I said there a couple of months ago, I said 5 furlongs in Kempton or Wolverhampton or some of them places. It'll do the business, and it'll go in again too. They're not going fast enough for to settle. So I got the job done. And the thin blue line, there was a race in him as well, and it was a pity the third one didn't go in. And our buddy the Stig landed his nap. That's 3 weeks in a row he has done that. And the first week, I think he has 4 out of 7 up. So he's not doing too bad. I thought each way selection that he picked drifted out to 16-1. I thought he was going to win in the concluding race in the bumper. But there's a race in that. That was the first run for new trainer today. But not too bad. Great to have racing again anyway. I went 30 mile as far as Thurles this morning, but it was beginning to rain and I had no headgear. If I had this hat, I might have kept going. And it was a pity with Davy Russell retired, because I met Davy a few times. I was involved in a horse years ago, and he won a novice chase for us, or beginner's chase in Kilbeggan. I had a right little few pound out of it. And it seemed to be a great crowd there today and a great atmosphere. I was a bit tired as well because I was playing poker. That was after 3 o'clock and I home. Started playing about 7:30. Done all right for I didn't get great paper at all. Never got a premium hand till I was dodging and ducking and diving all night trying to make a few. And one of the biggest assholes this side of the Mississippi was at the table, and he was absolutely a head wrecker. So I went out on King 10 suited, on King 10 of diamonds, Ace of diamonds, Juice of diamonds, Ace of spades on the flop. I ploughed all in, had to shove because I needed to double up. And the number one stack, only woman that was playing all night, last night, she had Ace 3 in her hand, and I needed a diamond to keep going, but we had to be back at 2 o'clock today, so I was just as happy to be out, because there was no point going back up and shoving in. I'd be knocked out in the first half an hour. But not too bad. We'll get it another day over Christmas. On to tomorrow. I have 3. The first one is in the 110 at Punchestown. The top weight, Bodhisattva. This caught my eye the last time it ran. It was behind a great little horse of our Jungle Pros. Now, it won in Navan before. It won a maiden hurl over 2 miles, and it was running the last time over 2.6, and it absolutely closed like a train from after the last, and it was fast finishing to Jungle Pros and Lord Erskine, and it was 7 lengths back to Jive and Jerry. So the extra 2 furlongs would be a plus, a major plus in my opinion. It's only a 5-year-old. It's carrying top weight, but it's a big, strong horse. Well able to carry it. You could put a cart full of timber or turf behind this, no bother. And it doesn't seem to be like it's standard. You have no Jungle Pros or Lord Erskine or even Bay Ambition or horses of that caliber. So it's 100 to 33 to 1. I think we could have 2 points win on that. I think that'll go well tomorrow. And then in the 3 o'clock at Lingfield, who's sharp on the bus straight away? How many bus horses in this race? We have 3. We have Kempton. We all know that done us a good favour in Punchestown in April. And then we tipped it when it went novice chasing. And he went haywire at the first fin sideways. And again the last day he was something similar. They've aborted that mission and they're gone back to hurdles. But it needs good ground. And I don't like the angle fences back to hurdles. Then we have Meteor, who done us a good turn in Doncaster on the flat. But it needs heavy ground, and it's good to soft good in places. So that leaves us with Teddy Blue. And Teddy Blue done. It was a big gamble on it. It went off a long odds on shot when it won. But if you look back at his previous form, it won in France. Then it came over. It was second to Night Salute, and it ran. It was behind Vauban in Cheltenham. Then it was. Ran in a listed race to second to Boombon, and Boombon is a good little horse. That was his first run in October. Then it won by 20 lengths. But the last race then, it ran on very well to the line. Showed a great willingness, I thought, behind First Street and Gravetana. You can see even Boombon was way behind, so it's improving. But it was 10 lengths behind, or 12 after the last. And it ran on strong enough, I thought. So on the basis that the ground is the factor, and it's an improving 4-year-old, we could go with Teddy Blue, I thought. Now, if it was bog deep ground, it'd be a different story. I'd be on Metier, but I'm just with the odds, or with the going, which is the key to any horse. And then we have a horse here that we backed before, and I said I'd give it one more chance. Exciting News. It ran 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks, it will be tomorrow, 2 weeks. But that was his first run for George Bowie after leaving Dan Skelton, and it won over hurdles. It ran pretty well at 7 furlongs, I thought, and the step up and trip, and I think there's first time cheek pieces that it might do the business tomorrow, or be, not win, but we could back it each way. I think it's there's 8 in it, the dead 8, and it's 11 to 2. It's an each way play. Few newcomers on the bus. John McGlynn, you're very welcome. Paul Dowling had a family death. Condolences to you, Paul, and your family. And the poor man picked up COVID as well, so get well soon. And poor old Christina is down in the dumps as well. She has an illness. Get well soon, Christina. And you had a great winner, that Goliv run. It finally came up trumps for you in the bumper today. David Goggin is new, and Michael Boyle. Poor old Sean Hawkyard, it's minus 40 in Canada. So that's not great. So I don't know what's on Tuesday. I think Nace is on. So I'm rattling on. I'm 9 minutes on now. Where do we see? A ray of hope flickers in the sky. A tiny star lights up way up high. All across the land dawns a brand new morn. This comes to pass when a child is born. A silent wish sails the 7 seas. The winds of change whisper in the trees. and the walls of doubt crumble, tossed and torn. This comes to pass when a child is born. A rosy hue settles all around. You've got to feel you're on solid ground. For a spell or two, no one seems forlorn. This comes to pass when a child is born. And all of this happens because the world is waiting for one child. Black, white, yellow, no one knows. But a child that will grow up and turn tears to laughter, hate to love, war to peace, and everyone to everyone's neighbour. And misery and suffering will be words to be forgotten forever. It's called a dream, an illusion now. It must come true, sometime soon, somehow. All across the land dawns a brand new morn. This comes to pass when a child is born. That's the first one. I might sing a few more Christmas songs during the week. Few people was asking me they wanted to contribute or donate to the dinner for the homeless. I'll leave something I hadn't wanted to do or thought about, but I made a comment a few weeks ago. I said that when people have a bit of luck, that it's no harm in sharing it. I thought something my mother used to preach years and years ago to us, and a couple of left to say, well, we all had mothers, so if anybody wants to do it, I'll leave my email and you can throw a few pounds through PayPal. Alternatively, there's just over from the like button and that, there's a thanks thing there. It's set up with YouTube, and if you press that, there's an option to pay €2 or something. I think they get 20% or something of it, but if I don't know. I set it up anyway. It's an option. I said that if Ed Nocht or Paul Moore or several other people inquired about it, so it's there if anybody wants to do it. So we're going ahead with Sunday. I have one man that's willing to come with me. He sent me a message yesterday. It's a good job the pubs in Dublin will be closed, because when we get together, it's not simple, I'll tell you. So it'd be great to have company from this end of the county on my way to Dublin. I will be going at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. So it'll be ruling out pints on New Year's Eve that I always have, but we can get them again. Might have them Friday night instead. Anyway, bash the bookies. Over and out.